NBA Fantasy, Start/Sit Guide for Week 17. RotoWire highlights the best players to start at each position heading into Week 17 of fantasy basketball. Hey NBA fans! Welcome back to the channel. With the All-Star break fast approaching, it's time to talk about your fantasy lineup for Week 17. This is the week where teams are dealing with a lighter schedule, so decisions will be tricky. We've got some great under-the-radar players to consider and a few stars you might want to bench. Let's dive into our Start/Sit guide for the week ahead. First up, here's a quick breakdown of the teams for Week 17. We've got 8 teams playing 3 games, including the Dallas Mavericks, Golden State Warriors, Miami Heat, and more. On the other hand, several teams only have 2 games scheduled, like the Atlanta Hawks, Boston Celtics, and Brooklyn Nets. With less action, these are the squads where fantasy managers need to be extra cautious with their starts. Let's start with the guards. First, we're going with Jordan Clarkson of the Utah Jazz. Clarkson has been on fire lately with Colin Sexton sidelined, and he's been averaging 27.5 points per game over his last few starts. With the Jazz playing 3 games, Clarkson should be locked into your lineup. He's been scoring efficiently and providing solid contributions across the board. If you're looking for a guard to boost your stats this week, Clarkson's your guy. Next up, Isaiah Collier, also from the Jazz. This rookie is stepping up in a big way, averaging nearly 13 points, 9 assists and 4 rebounds in his last 14 games. If Sexton remains out, Collier's role should continue to expand. He's definitely worth starting with Utah playing 3 games this week. He's been filling up the stat sheet, so don't let him slip through the cracks. Now let's talk about a guard to sit. Fred VanVleet is a bit of a risk right now. He's been sidelined with an ankle injury and hasn't practiced yet this week. With the Rockets only playing 2 games and VanVleet's shooting struggles earlier in the season, it might be best to leave him on the bench. If he's back, he might not be at full strength, so better to avoid him for Week 17. Let's move on to the forwards. Klay Thompson from the Mavericks should be in your lineup this week. With Luka Doncic out, Thompson's role has increased significantly. He's hit 20 points or more in 3 of his last 7 games, and with Dallas playing 3 games, he's going to be key for their offense. He's also been shooting well from 3, so if you need a forward to help with scoring, Klay's a great option. Another forward to consider is Naji Marshall of the Mavericks. He's been stepping up in a big way with injuries to other players, averaging 16.8 points and 4 rebounds in his last 4 games. With Dallas playing 3 games, Marshall could see even more opportunity. He's been consistent, and if he gets a start, he could provide some solid value. On the other hand, Giannis Antetokounmpo is a sit this week. He's been ruled out due to a calf injury, and with the Bucks only playing 2 games, it's probably best to bench him for the week. With his focus on getting healthy for the stretch run, fantasy managers will want to avoid him this week. Now let's talk centers. First up, Kelly Oubre from the Heat. He's been starting and putting up solid numbers, including 11.8 points and 10.7 rebounds per game. With the Heat playing 3 games, Oubre is a strong start for this week. He's been filling up the stat sheet, and with more minutes, he could really help your fantasy team. Quinton Post from the Warriors is another center worth starting. The rookie has been playing well, averaging 10 points and 5 rebounds over his last 5 games, including a 20-point performance earlier this season. With the Warriors playing 3 games, he's a great option for your center spot. He's been shooting well from deep, and with the Warriors lineup shifting, Post could play a bigger role. Lastly, Mark Williams of the Hornets is a sit for Week 17. He's dealing with uncertainty due to trade rumors and missed games, and with the Hornets only playing 2 games, he's a risky option to start this week. If you can, it's better to leave him on the bench until his situation clears up. To recap, we've got Jordan Clarkson, Isaiah Collier, Klay Thompson, Naji Marshall, Kelly Oubre, and Quinton Post as our start candidates for Week 17. As for sits, Fred VanVleet, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Mark Williams should probably stay on the bench for this week. That's it for today's fantasy guide. Make sure to hit that like button if you found this helpful, and subscribe for more NBA fantasy content. Good luck this week, and I'll see you next time.